Well, guys, as you know, I recently repaired the dehumidifier, and that's working beautifully. No problems there whatsoever. However, we're having a problem with something else. The entire HVAC system for the first floor is constantly shutting down. Let me tell you what's going on. So, I went down to the kitchen maybe like 2 nights ago, and I was like, gee, it feels warmer down here than usual. What's going on? So I come down here to the basement, and the first thing I notice is a lot of things are not lit up. As you come over here, remember that humidistat for the whole house humidifier? That's off. The zone dampers are off, as you can tell. And the damper board is also off as well. But the condensate pump and everything over here is still getting power. So when I first saw that, I was like, gee, did a circuit breaker trip? So I went to the circuit breaker. Sure enough, nothing was tripped. I'm like, okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe the safety switch for the thing was loose. I checked that, put it back on, nothing happened. And then, sure enough, I'm like, let me guess. So I hit the disconnect switch, right? Turn it off, wait a few seconds, turn it back on, and everything came back on. But right then and there, I'm like, that's not good, because if it turned off by itself like that initially, it's going to happen again. So, of course, I'm thinking it's a problem with the circuit board in there. Yes, and like I said, like I want to say, before you give me a hard time about having a model with a circuit board, what options did we have, okay? I mean, this house was built in 2016, and I mean, really, aside from getting the single stage models, which we have, I don't think we had any option of not having to have something like that. So, what could we do? And as you can see, it's turned off again. So I'm pretty sure it's a circuit board problem, honestly. I don't know if this is under warranty still. It's about roughly 3 years old, and I mean, just when I saw that happen and when I saw it come back on, I'm like, okay, it's back on, but let me guess, this is going to turn off again at some point. So sure enough, I came down here the following morning before I went to work, and guess what? It was off again. And I just keep cycling the thing until it comes back on. Now, mind you, when I say it's off, everything is off. The air handler, the air conditioner outside, everything's off. Luckily, though, the second floor system is still fine. The second floor is working no problem whatsoever. I just want to stress, a lot of houses around here seem to have this system where you just have one air handler, one air conditioner, and you separate the first and second floor by zone dampers. I am so happy we do not have that, because if your air conditioner or your system malfunctions, guess what? Now your entire house has no air conditioning. No, thank you. At least we still got the second floor working. That's why you got to get 2 separate units. This whole all-in-one thing, no, doesn't work well at all. So what I've been doing is I've been making a detail of everything that's let me say this again correctly. Every detail in its current condition. So when we call the HVAC guy, I'm going to be like, here, listen, like the entire system is shutting down. Zone dampers are off, damper board is off, and the status LED light is off as well. So that's leading me to believe that the circuit board is the problem. And mind you, when the safety switch is out, when you take the panel off, all of this stuff is still on. So that kind of leads me to believe it has a problem. It's a problem with that. I mean, I don't have a wiring diagram on me, but I'm pretty sure that board is what powers that. I don't think it goes from there to there. I think it's, the other way around. So that leads me to believe it's a problem with that. Or it could be, that's a transformer. I don't know what that really goes to, but maybe something simple like that. But, just really annoying. Like, you really can't rely on much anything these days. So, like I've been doing, let's see what happens. I'm going to hit the disconnect. Wait a few seconds. I'll turn it back on. Here, I'll look toward the zone dampers. Maybe we'll see if they do anything. Yep, it came back on sure enough. And, of course, that's just for now. You can see here's the humidistat. That's back on again. The status light for the circuit board is on again. And this is just doing its momentary purge that happens when power is restored. And it should cycle on momentarily. And there it goes, as you can see. Okay, zone 2 just opened back up. I think my mom might be cycling the thermostats. Yep, so now it's going, of course. And, yep, there's the zone dampers, both open. Yep, so now it's running, of course. But, obviously, at some point, I don't know when, this will shut off again. And I'm pretty sure probably before the sun goes down. It's after 5 something in the evening right now. And yeah, so as you can see, now it's running and everything's on. Air conditioner's on, blower's on high speed. But yeah, I don't know when this is going to turn off again, but at some point within today it definitely will. So like I said, I'm believing it's something down there with the board. Of course, it's always something like that, right? And yeah, the status light is on. It's just amazing, guys, really, you know? I mean, we have something over here, okay, from 1987 that works great, and as you can hear, it's cycled on, and that's running beautifully. So, 32 years old, almost 3 years old. And, you know, from what I've heard, Carrier's still an okay brand, and it's possible maybe we just got something bad from the factory. That can happen, but you know, just this wouldn't happen if there weren't any circuit boards. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the Lennox unit in the Long Island house has a circuit board. I've never really looked into it, but it's from 1989, so I have reason to doubt that it does. So, like I said, I'm going to write down all the details that I know about the status of everything when this is malfunctioning. And I'll type it out on a piece of paper, print it out, and hopefully that'll give the guy some idea about what's going on. So, hopefully it's not going to be anything big, but we will find out. So, stay tuned, and we will see what the guy ends up saying.